Ori and the Blind Forest is a captivating journey through a lush, vibrant world filled with heartfelt storytelling and emotional depth. The gameplay challenges and rewards exploration, with thoughtful platforming and puzzles that feel satisfying to overcome. The soundtrack complements the mood perfectly, enhancing every moment without overwhelming it. This edition enriches the original with added content that deepens the narrative and broadens the immersive environment. Truly a memorable adventure worth playing. Risk of Rain Returns is a superb reincarnation of the classic roguelike, including tighter gameplay, more content, and stunning pixel art updates. The fast-paced, growing challenge keeps each run exciting, while the large arsenal of equipment and diversified character pool allow for limitless replayability. Co-op gameplay is significantly smoother, making chaotic clashes with buddies immensely enjoyable. The soundtrack is evocative and fits wonderfully with the game's sense of urgency. With enhanced physics and clever quality-of-life enhancements,
save this place.
At this rate, everyone's gonna get arrested!
Master Detective Archives. Rain Code pulls players into a rain-soaked city wrapped in mystery and style. The world feels alive, thanks to clever design and sharp writing. Puzzles feel satisfying without slowing momentum, while the characters leave a strong impression through quirky dialogue and striking visuals. The shifting mystery labyrinths keep things fresh, and the soundtrack fits every mood. A strong choice for those who enjoy storytelling with flair and puzzles that make you think without becoming tedious.
Don't matter. I will fight. Then I will unveil it with
Strange mutations shape survival in a far-future post-apocalyptic wasteland. Adventurers explore procedurally generated caves and ancient ruins in this deep roguelike RPG. Gameplay rewards patience and creativity, with countless approaches to each deadly encounter. Character creation and mutation systems provide staggering customization. Retro tile-based visuals and ambient soundscapes create a uniquely atmospheric world. Permadeath and emergent storytelling ensure endless replay value. Caves of Kudzu proves a richly detailed, fascinating science fantasy epic.
You seek the spindle. Deathless.
Warm Snow is a gritty, fast-paced action roguelike that blends dark fantasy with Chinese mythology in a striking, atmospheric way. Combat feels sharp and fluid, with satisfying swordplay and varied relics that encourage different playstyles each run. The haunting soundtrack and beautifully grim art direction pull players deep into its eerie world. Each death feels like a lesson, making progression rewarding and addicting. An experience that thrives on tight gameplay loops and compelling world building, it's a thrilling ride through myth and madness.
A robot? So, what's your name?
Made in Abyss Binary, Star Falling into Darkness effectively depicts the anime's frightening beauty and cruel universe. The journey into the abyss is severe, with survival mechanisms adding genuine weight to each step. The graphic design and soundtrack create an immersive environment, while the narrative mode remains loyal to the source material. Combat and crafting feel satisfying, while exploring is both exciting and perilous. Although the challenge might be terrible, it heightens the sense of adventure. Fans of the franchise and complex survival RPGs will have enough to like.
Giving up already?
Robotics notes, Elite pulls players into a tech-infused tale full of heart, friendship, and mystery. The visual novel structure allows each character's journey to grow naturally, with dialogue that feels sincere and moments that hit with genuine emotion. The AR mechanics add a fresh twist, and the sci-fi themes stay grounded in human connection. Story pacing rewards patience, unfolding with satisfying layers. A solid choice for anyone who enjoys thought-provoking narratives with a side of futuristic intrigue and school club spirit.
We come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot,
My life
If you enjoy mysteries, this one really pulls you in. The story is clever and keeps you guessing at every turn, with well-crafted characters and plenty of intriguing clues. The puzzles are satisfying without ever feeling forced, and the gameplay flows smoothly, letting you focus on the investigation. The visuals are detailed enough to immerse you in the setting, and the soundtrack.
The game includes a second investigation set in the United States, with players able to investigate the convoluted story via playable flashbacks. Players may also become immersed in Poirot's mental process, deducing and connecting clues.
BAKERU opens in a shadowed, enchanting world where spirits roam and mysteries unfold. Players step into the shoes of a nimble, perceptive protagonist navigating twisting corridors and hidden chambers. Each encounter tests timing and patience, creating a rhythm that feels both tense and rewarding. Exploration reveals secret upgrades and alternative paths, inviting careful observation and replay. Subtle visuals and ambient sounds enhance immersion, making each journey feel deliberate and rich. The game rewards steady mastery and thoughtful choices.
Anticipation.
A warm breeze of nostalgia defines a summer shaped by curiosity and quiet wonder. Set in a small town echoing another era, the story follows a curious kid guided by discovery rather than urgency. Days unfold through gentle exploration, steady routines, and light challenges that reward patience and observation. Beneath the calm surface, progression grows through personal milestones, optional paths, and secrets that invite return visits. Hand-drawn visuals and a mellow soundtrack support the mood. It remains a complete, worthwhile journey to savor calmly. Golf Peaks transforms golf into a clever and thoughtful puzzle adventure where precision and planning take center stage. Each level uses movement cards to guide the ball, turning what seems like a simple concept into a satisfying mental workout. The calm atmosphere, minimal art style, and soothing soundtrack make each puzzle feel relaxing rather than competitive. As new mechanics unfold, the challenge grows naturally, keeping things fresh. It's a peaceful yet rewarding game that celebrates strategy and simplicity in equal measure. Adorable cats guide players through thoughtful culinary puzzles. A loving mother cat prepares bento boxes while raising her kitten across truly heartfelt vignettes. Each puzzle requires carefully arranging ingredients to match patterns using simple yet clever logic. New mechanics gradually introduce satisfying complexity throughout every chapter. Soft pastel artwork and a gentle soundtrack create a calming, inviting atmosphere. Over 100 puzzles provide lasting engagement. Inbento remains a tender, beautifully crafted puzzle game with genuine heart. Detective Dai, The Silk Rose Murders weaves an intriguing tale set in ancient China, packed with clever puzzles and sharp dialogue. The pixel art style evokes a strong atmosphere, while the narrative keeps things engaging with thoughtful twists and solid pacing. Voice acting and music add to the immersive setting, making each scene feel purposeful. This game rewards patience and attention, and it's easy to get absorbed in its investigative depth. A smart mystery game that respects the player's curiosity and logic. Dystopian control pervades every clinical session in this retro-futuristic simulation. A desperate mind scanner treats citizens within the structure while searching for a missing daughter. Gameplay balances moral choices with puzzle-like treatments under strict time pressure. Branching paths and multiple endings encourage repeat play. Bold pixel artwork and an atmospheric synth score reinforce the oppressive setting. Device upgrades and story decisions add real lasting depth. Mind Scanners proves a thought-provoking, hauntingly compelling narrative simulation. Toki is a vibrant blast from the past, bringing the classic arcade platformer to life with stunning hand-drawn visuals and a charming soundtrack. The gameplay strikes a great balance between challenge and nostalgia, offering tight controls and memorable enemy designs. Each level bursts with personality, and the boss fights are creatively engaging without being frustrating. It's clear the developers put genuine care into reviving this retro gem, a joyful, quirky experience that captures the spirit of old-school gaming while feeling fresh.
From their wardrobes, you will be surrounded.
Dark humor meets classic point-and-click adventure in this quirky indie tale. Skinny, an accidental skeleton, hides inside his best friend's wardrobe seeking soul's redemption. Puzzle-solving flows through absurd scenarios packed with clever references and truly witty dialogue. Hidden collectibles and Easter eggs encourage thorough exploration. Hand-drawn visuals and a playful soundtrack capture the game's irreverent charm. Multiple endings add solid replay incentive. The Wardrobe Even Better edition proves a genuinely funny, cleverly crafted adventure. Kudzu is a delightful surprise that blends retro charm with modern polish. The pixel art is vibrant, and the soundtrack perfectly captures a sense of adventure. Its puzzle mechanics are clever, gradually increasing in difficulty without ever feeling unfair. Characters are quirky and memorable, adding personality to every interaction. The game's pacing keeps exploration rewarding, with secrets tucked into just the right places. There's a real heart behind Kudzu, making each moment feel crafted with care. It's an endearing experience that's hard to put down. A serene yet tense world unfolds as Project Blue invites players into a futuristic city brimming with secrets. The protagonist, a skilled reconnaissance agent, navigates shifting environments with precise timing and deliberate choices. Each mission balances exploration, strategy, and measured risk, rewarding careful observation. Hidden routes, adaptable tools, and nuanced progression deepen the experience. Subtle visuals and an ambient soundtrack enhance focus and immersion. Every session feels intentional, leaving a sense of accomplishment and mastery. Trophy delivers a nostalgic platforming experience with tight controls and vibrant 8-bit visuals that harken back to the golden era of retro gaming. Every level offers a satisfying mix of challenge and charm, with clever enemy placement and rewarding boss battles. The soundtrack is energetic and fits perfectly with the fast-paced action. It's clear a lot of passion went into its design, capturing the spirit of classic side-scrollers while adding a fresh twist. An absolute treat for fans of old-school platformers. Bloodless is a retro-inspired action-adventure game set in Bakugawa, a realm centered on non-lethal, counter-based warfare. Players join Ronin Tomoe, who aims to save lives and overthrow Shogun Akechi's brutal authority. They can personalize their fighting style using unique key techniques and crests. The game takes players through hallowed settings and neglected locations, where the citizenry is oppressed by a corrupt military administration. Tomoe returns to her country, determined to break the cycle of bloodshed and instill optimism against Bakugawa's harsh political system. Sagres is a surprisingly engaging nautical adventure that mixes sailing, trading, and exploration into a rewarding journey. Guiding your ship across vast oceans feels purposeful as you chart new routes, manage supplies, and interact with lively ports full of opportunities. The balance of strategy and discovery keeps each voyage fresh, whether it's chasing profit through clever trade or uncovering hidden secrets at sea. The world feels alive, with enough challenge to stay interesting without being overwhelming, making each session satisfying and easy to come back to. SONOKUNI slams into view with bold style and relentless action. Its hyper-violent pixel art, pulsing soundtrack, and one-hit kills create a fierce rhythm that never lets up. Every scene feels soaked in urgency, backed by a world that drips with cyberpunk menace. The samurai combat is razor-sharp, rewarding quick reflexes and calculated moves. It's short, but the pacing stays sharp throughout, never wasting a moment. With its distinct aesthetic and intensity, it leaves a mark that's hard to shake long after the final strike lands.
Unexplored calls to me, and I feel alive.
Dan, an inexperienced adventurer, sets out on a journey to solve the mystery of the twin volumes in the lonely hamlet of Red Pines. According to legend, a skillful artist constructed a faultless duplicate of the Spirit's book, which was unintentionally left behind during the evacuation. Dan resolves to examine its legitimacy, and, if possible, obtain the actual book. The game has 23 different chambers, straightforward controls, accessible skill levels, no death or violence, no hyper-realistic visuals, and no procedurally created worlds.
So close. I can already smell the...
Pixelated chaos ignites in this fast-paced run-and-gun action platformer. Holly, a young warrior, wields devastating ancient weapons against swarms of hostile forces. Combat feels responsive and truly intense, demanding precision across varied stages. Unlockable armaments and upgrades add real strategic variety to every run. Vibrant retro artwork and a punchy chiptune soundtrack capture classic arcade energy. Hidden secrets and difficulty options extend replay value nicely. Ancient Weapon Holly proves a sharp, exhilarating tribute to retro action classics. SHUTEN Order opens with quiet menace, setting a somber world shaped by rigid laws and hidden motives. Players guide a sharp-witted investigator navigating tense districts, where every choice carries weight. Movement feels deliberate, combat stays brisk, and pacing rewards patience without stalling momentum. Beneath the surface lies thoughtful growth, smart upgrades, and routes that invite return visits. Stark visuals and restrained music reinforce the tone without stealing focus. It stands as a focused, rewarding journey built for steady mastery today. Storm Lancers is a fast-paced action title built around skill, momentum, and smart combat choices. Battles stay engaging through varied enemy patterns, responsive controls, and rewarding upgrades that push players to master timing and positioning. The visual style keeps fights readable while the soundtrack adds steady energy. Progression remains satisfying, with each stage encouraging sharper play and confidence rather than brute force. Short sessions work well, longer runs stay rewarding, making repeated play appealing through scoring and unlock goals. Astronauts return to Earth after a mission and discover that the surface is untenable, forcing the surviving inhabitants to seek safety underground. They must dig their way into an underground metropolis, utilizing a variety of tools like excavators, pumps, pipelines, guns, drones, and moving platforms. To accomplish the trip, players must intelligently match their journey's direction with the physics of the equipment. The game has interesting puzzles, simple controls, a unique gaming experience, a pixel art look, and a fascinating music. Rusty Rangers is a side-scrolling action game that thrives on its retro-inspired combat and satisfying progression. Each mission feels rewarding as new weapons and upgrades steadily expand the ways battles can be approached. Enemy patterns keep encounters engaging, while the cooperative play adds an extra layer of fun. The pixel art style carries a nostalgic charm, and the soundtrack complements the action with energy and atmosphere. As the hours roll by, the consistent sense of reward makes it easy to keep jumping back into missions. One Step from Eden is a strategy-based game that blends real-time action and deck building, enabling players to decide their character's fate by performing acts of kindness or annihilation. In co-op mode, players may unleash powerful spells and face growing opponents, either alone or with a friend. The game includes genre bending, complete deck building with over 200 spells and 100 game-changing objects, as well as a varied cast of 9 playable characters.
Players can also work together in local co-op or compete in PvP encounters to attain the elusive Eden. TOEM is a delightful little photo adventure filled with peaceful exploration, clever moments, and relaxing vibes. Each region is distinct, filled with fun characters and creative puzzles that encourage curiosity. The black and white art style adds a cozy touch, while the camera-based gameplay feels fresh without being overwhelming. Its humor is light, and the objectives never feel like a chore. With a short runtime and no pressure, it's a calm journey worth taking, perfect for anyone needing a break from loud or stressful games. ElecHead is a superbly crafted puzzle platformer that transforms a simple principle into something genuinely unique. As a little robot that conducts electricity, you'll solve intelligently designed puzzles by contacting surfaces that trigger platforms, doors, and traps. The game's basic graphic design and precise controls provide a seamless, gratifying experience. It regularly surprises with new concepts, keeping the gameplay interesting without overstaying its welcome. Unrelenting intensity fuels every moment of this explosive action game. Players charge through dangerous zones armed with powerful abilities against endless waves of hostile forces. Combat feels fierce and highly responsive, demanding quick reactions and tactical awareness throughout. Diverse upgrades and unlockables add substantial replay value. Bold visuals and a driving electronic soundtrack heighten the pulse-pounding intensity. Multiple modes and difficulty settings extend engagement quite well. Adrenaline Rampage proves a thrilling, deeply satisfying high-octane action rush.